Is it actually possible to save money on a low salary? Or is that just something people hear in motivational reels, nod along to, and then go back to living paycheck to paycheck? Here's the truth. Saving on a small income isn't magic, but it is a strategy. And the good news is, you don't need to be rich to win this game. You just need to be a little smarter. Most people think, my salary is too low. What am I even going to save? That's the biggest myth out there, because savings don't come from a big salary. They come from small, consistent habits. And habits can be built by someone earning $10,000 a month just as easily as someone earning $50,000. The difference isn't the number on your payslip. It's whether you treat money like a long-term partner or like a stranger who shows up once a month and leaves just as fast. Everyone talks about increasing income, side hustles, passive income, new skills, all good questions. But there's one question we almost never ask. How do I hold on to the money I already have? Because if you can't save on a small income, a bigger income won't fix that. It'll just mean bigger expenses chasing a bigger paycheck and the same empty bank account by month's end. Let's be honest, saving on a tight budget isn't easy. Halfway through the month, your ATM card starts to feel like a stranger. Friends plan a night out, and your brain is already doing math on rent, EMIs, bills, and that one message from home asking you to save just a little this month. But here's where the real game begins. The people who manage to save even when it's hard are the ones who eventually find real financial peace. The people who keep saying, I'll start next month, for them, next month never actually arrives. It's a dangerous lie we tell ourselves, and it repeats every single month. Saving doesn't mean punishing yourself. It doesn't mean shutting down your entire life. It means giving your money enough structure that it doesn't quietly disappear on every small pleasure. Because the real problem usually isn't the big expenses, it's the small ones attacking from every direction. A $20 tea here, a $50 snack there, a cab ride, a food delivery order, one "let's just buy this" purchase. By the end of the month, you're staring at your account wondering where it all went. That's the real trick money plays on us. It doesn't vanish in one big moment. It dies a slow death in 100 small ones. So rule number 1, understand your expenses before you try to cut them. Track every single expense honestly for 1 week. You'll be shocked to discover your money isn't disappearing through big purchases. It's leaking through the it's nothing purchases that add up to something very real. Rule number 2, and this one's old but powerful. The moment your salary arrives, pay yourself first. Don't let spending get the first move. Set aside a fixed amount immediately. $500, $1,000, $2,000, whatever fits. The amount can be small. The habit needs to be strong. Someone who saves before they spend is training themselves to control their life. Someone who spends first and saves whatever's left is just paying an emotional tax on their own income because there's rarely anything left. Now let's talk about a sneaky trap, lifestyle inflation. The moment income goes up even slightly, people think, I can finally live a little more. One upgrade turns into another, and one day you realize your income grew, but your savings stayed exactly the same or shrank. This is one of the most common financial traps out there. Celebrate your wins, absolutely, but don't turn every payday into a celebration. Focus on real expenses, not emotional ones. Rent, food, transport, utilities, a small emergency buffer. Those come first. Whatever's left is where you get to enjoy life practically. Sometimes one small change transforms your entire saving culture. Eating out 4 times a week? Cut it to 2. Taking a cab daily? Switch to public transport a couple of days. Move apps off your home screen. None of this is a sad life. It's a smart one. The sad life is the one where your salary arrives and dies within days. Build an emergency fund, even a small one. It's not about having lakhs saved up. It's about having something. A buffer, however small, keeps panic away when life throws a curveball, and avoiding panic decisions is one of the biggest financial wins there is.
Be equally cautious with EMIs and loans. They look harmless, just pay a little each month. But often what you're really doing is spending your future income today. One day your salary feels low, not because it is low, but because a chunk of it is already booked for past decisions. A simple rule that helps: before any non-essential purchase, wait 24 hours. Half the must-haves quietly disappear on their own. What's genuinely needed will still feel needed tomorrow. Comparison is one of the biggest silent expenses out there. A friend gets a new phone, a coworker gets new shoes, and suddenly your own life feels less than. But comparison creates a false urgency, a fear of missing out that drains real money for fake needs. And automate what you can. Set up auto transfers the day your salary lands. Money you never see in your spending account is money you're far more likely to keep. Saving doesn't mean you're poor. It means you're taking responsibility for your future self, the version of you that inherits every decision you make today. Even saving $500 or $1,000 out of a $15,000 salary isn't just a number. It's a signal that you're back in control. So if your salary is low right now, don't panic. You're not losing. You're standing at the point where your habits start becoming your destiny. A little tracking, a little discipline, a little patience, and a lot of consistency. That's all it takes to turn a small salary into a real saving story.